Hey guys, what's up? My name is Brittany. I am here with episode 2 of all things health and fitness and everything in between. This week on the podcast, we are going to be talking about something that you have most likely felt in your life before. I know I have felt it numerous times all through my college and career, whether I'm changing jobs, whether I'm trying something new. I have felt this multiple times. What we're talking about today is imposter syndrome. Before we jump into it, I want to break it down a little bit because I'm sure a lot of you listening are asking yourselves right now, what the heck is Brittany talking about? What is imposter syndrome? I'm going to read you the definition right now so that we all are on the same page of what it is. Imposter syndrome is a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evident success. Imposters suffer from a chronic self-doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feelings of success or external proof of their competence. Now, I do want to put a little disclaimer on here. Imposter syndrome is in no way a psychological disorder. It's not anything that's necessarily recognized by doctors, but it is something that people feel constantly, especially people that are entrepreneurs, people that are trying to level up their life in some way, people that are always trying to push themselves outside of their comfort zone. With that being said, a silver lining to being somebody who feels imposter syndrome is that you're somebody who pushes yourself and wants to challenge yourself. People who sit on the couch all the time, who do the same thing every single day and don't feel that need or that drive to get outside their comfort zone, they're not going to feel this way because they're not doing anything that they feel they need to doubt themselves over. Props to you if you feel imposter syndrome, because that means in some form or way you were pushing yourself and challenging yourself. As humans, that's what we all strive to do, is somehow push and challenge ourselves. So prop to you. If you're feeling imposter syndrome, that means in some way you should feel some sort of success because you're striving to get yourself to that next level. What is imposter syndrome exactly? I know I read you the definition, but the feelings that come with it are broken down into a little bit more of a clear depth. And maybe you felt this way before. So I'm going to read to you a few key thoughts that a lot of people who deal with imposter syndrome feel sometimes. They often feel the fear of being found out. They fear being found out as a fraud. They feel that feeling of I don't belong. They feel that feeling of who's going to listen to me. They feel that feeling of why do I deserve to be here? And in short, they constantly are doubting themselves, their skills, and their successes. So what I want to talk about now is how to deal with it, how to cope with it. If you're someone who finds yourself having those inner thoughts of imposter syndrome, speak over your real voice in your head. Something for me that I do whenever I'm feeling imposter syndrome is education. This is my number one go-to. Anyone who I know or who I'm close with can vouch for me. I listen to podcasts all the time, and I'm not just listening to random podcasts about random little things or reality shows or anything. I'm listening to podcasts that can somehow educate me. And I really do believe in this sense, like knowledge is power. The more you know over a certain topic or subject, the more confident you're going to feel standing up in front of people and talking about it and sharing your experiences and your knowledge with them. Now, if you're somebody who's getting up and trying to talk about a certain area of expertise and you haven't put in the research behind it, then you are kind of being a fraud, and maybe you deserve to have that feeling of, oh, who am I to be here? Not to say that you don't deserve to be there. It's just maybe you're not ready for that right now. So if you feel this way, my best tips are listen to a podcast, watch YouTube. YouTube is my go-to for everything. No matter what the subject is, you can literally put into the YouTube little search bar, how do I fix my kitchen cabinet? Or how do I get my dog to love me? I don't know, whatever it is, but you can literally put into YouTube whatever it is you're trying to figure out how to do, and something will pop up and you can gain knowledge from it. So whatever you're trying to do in your life, research it, gain that knowledge. Knowledge is power. And the more you know, the more confident you are going to feel, and the more you can push away that negative feedback that is your inner voice that's saying you can't do this or you don't deserve to be here. All right. Next one that I was going to talk about is, and this is something I've done too, I fake it until I make it sometimes. And I remember the first time I heard the term fake it till you make it, kind of think of it as a negative way on, well, who wants somebody who's faking their way through life? Who wants somebody who's faking their way through giving me their knowledge or their terms or techniques? And I now realize that that's not exactly what it means. I remember the first time that I felt imposter syndrome, and I didn't even know imposter syndrome was a thing at the time. But whenever I was 20 years old, I was a personal trainer and then Anytime Fitness, back where I went to school at Texas State. I got asked to teach a women's group fitness class. The regular instructor, for some reason, had an emergency and wasn't going to be there that that week, and I was the only woman on the schedule as a trainer. So they went to me and they're like, hey, can you teach this class? And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And I did. I went into the class, I prepared myself, and I got all psyched up and I was ready. And about probably 6 to 8 minutes in, I just felt like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? That's when the adrenaline kind of wore off. That's when I felt all these women kind of looking at me and was just like, oh my gosh, like this is a 45-minute class and I'm only 8 minutes in and I'm struggling right now. That was the first time I felt that, you know what, just fake it till you make it. Get through this 45 minutes. And I did all the things that I felt like a group instructor should do. I was smiling. I was being loud. I was jumping around. And in my head the whole time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I am not here for this. Like this is not what I'm cut out for. And at the end of the class, some women came up to me. Maybe they were just being nice, but they came up to me and they're like, that was so much fun. You did great. Like giving me all kinds of praise. But it was the first time I truly felt like, what am I doing here? Which is funny because flash forward to, 2020, and I've been doing group classes for a couple of years now. And I feel like I can't imagine my life without it. But during that first class, I remember just feeling like, this is not for me. I'm not cut out for this. Like I need to find something else. So again, fake it till you make it. What you're going to do is you're going to learn what works and what doesn't work during that time. Now, had I just got through those first 8 minutes of my class and I had just been like, you know what, this isn't for me, and I walked out and I didn't come back, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be a group fitness instructor at one of the top studios in Dallas right now, but I am. And because I powered through those first 45 minutes ever in that group fitness class, I got through it and I learned from it. And then I learned that I need to be more experienced. I need to gain that knowledge. I need to do a little bit more research. I need to plan out my workouts a little bit more. So I learned from it. Again, like I said, you got to look the part. You got to kind of fake it till you make it, but you also have to be willing to learn from those failures along the way. And if you're not willing to do that, you're never going to grow. But as long as you're taking every little failure and every little thing that doesn't work and making tweaks to it along the way, you're going to get better and you're going to be constantly improving. And again, that's all going to go back into that confidence and helping yourself to improve and grow that confidence. And again, main goal that we want here is to push away that inner voice. Collect your positive experiences. So somebody who suffers with imposter syndrome honestly feels that doubt that just is like, I don't deserve this, even if they are winning awards. And I actually have a quote here from somebody who we all know, Emma Watson. Funny story, is somebody who deals with this as well. Emma Watson suffers with imposter syndrome. And this is a quote from Emma Watson. It's almost like the better I do, the more my feeling of inadequacy actually increases, because I'm just going, any moment someone's going to find I'm a total fraud and that I don't deserve any of what I've achieved. That's from Emma Watson, the girl who was on all the Harry Potter sequels. She has done multiple movies who have won so many awards. She's a women's advocate. She has done so much public speaking, and she's feeling the effects of imposter syndrome. Guys, that goes to show you right there, this does not discriminate. It does not matter who you are. Those feelings of doubt can creep in, and all we could do is know how to overcome it. Collect your positive experiences and recognize them. Many of us toss off the compliments we receive in our expertise of work or what we're trying to do in our personal life. So remember the criticism and grow from that and learn from that, but also allow yourself to listen to the praise. Allow yourself to earn that reward. Allowing yourself to feel proud of yourself. Because if we don't feel proud of ourselves, what's the point of pushing ourselves and continue to go? Measure your success in feeling proud of yourself. Learn to shift that mindset a little bit. Making a concentrated effort to listen and reflect on words of encouragement can help tremendously to soothe over those anxieties. So next time that self-doubt pops up, keep a list of it. Write down the praises. If you have a positive text message or voicemail or email, go back and reread it. Allow yourself to feel that proudness of yourself. Realize that you are not alone. Open up a conversation with other people. I promise multiple of your peers, whether they're work, whether it's internet, Instagram friends, probably feel the same way. So be vulnerable and allow yourself to open up about these, because these common experiences are going to help you realize that we're not alone, and the insecurities that you feel, other people feel as well. And those insecurities aren't always a bad thing. Expressing them with other people and talking about them is going to help you grow and realize this is something other people can do. So many people feel these same insecurities every single day. They feel that same feeling of, I don't want to show up today. I don't want to be there. But guess what? the woman, the person that shows up deserves to be there. Whenever you have those feelings, this is why it's important for you to push through. All right, guys, that is it for it today in my talk over imposter syndrome. I hope this has helped anybody even just a little bit. If you're somebody who's dealt with imposter syndrome, let me know. Shoot me a message. You're not alone. Everybody's felt it in some way or some form. And, we're all in this together at the end of the day. So if I have helped you in any way to realize this of yourself, or maybe help you come with a few different ways on how to overcome it, let me know, because I love hearing that. Yeah, guys, we're all in this together. And also follow me on Instagram, Brittany Rene, BRITTANYYY.RENE. Let me know anything else you want to hear on any of my future podcasts and what we can chat about. And subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I put up a weekly video over these podcasts with little pop-ups and tips and tricks as well. So subscribe to that and keep in touch over there. Comment, let me know what you want to hear next. And yeah, guys, that's it for me. I'm out. Enjoy this week, this weekend. Valentine's Day is coming up. Hope you have some fun plans. If not, just take some time to relax and enjoy the time to yourself. Bye, guys.